Josephine, baby. Let me take you for a ride. Let me take you for a spin, baby, yeah. I need you by my side, cause I really do miss you lately, yeah. Boy, you do me something way I never feel before. Boy, it feels like magic, but I know that it's your love. You do me right, you know do me wrong. Since you did my life, blessings don't involve. You give me joy, you know give me sorrow. For your love I go fight, yeah. Give us a better tomorrow. Hey, baby, oh. Hey, my baby, oh yeah. I go give you anything when you want, yo. Hey, baby, oh. Hey, my baby, oh yeah. I go give you anything when you want, yo. Share that loving, I be that baby, yeah. I go give you anything when you want, yo. Share that money, yeah. I be that body, yeah. I go give you anything when you want, what you do to me, big man.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and comment and like this video. If you're not new, welcome back to the family, and I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. And let's get right into it with this new video. We're gonna talk about some good old fun stuff that goes on in Shalima's life. This is my life, okay? So I know you already read the description box, so you already know what this video is going to be about. So let's dive right into it, baby. Let's get into it. I've been having some ups and downs lately, but as you guys know, I would start going to MD Anderson Hospital, where they're going to start seeing your girl and start bringing your girl, healing your girl, and bring her back on track. And that's what I've been doing. So I know I was going to bring you guys some contents about my journey starting at MD Anderson Hospital, and I kind of got stuck. I'm in such high spirit today. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Father God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all my prayer warriors. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you for everybody that ever said a prayer for me. Thank you to everybody who would have ever commented on my posts and who genuinely had just honestly wanted me to heal. Thank you. And I may have not commented back as I should have because I was so exhausted and emotionally drained, but I read every single one of you guys' comments. So with that said, I started my journey last week at MD Anderson Hospital, and it was pleasant. It was an experience to say the least. It was an experience overall. It was amazing. I think that's exactly what I needed, and God placed me in the right hands. So I started there last week, Tuesday. I went for my first testing was a COVID testing. So when I got there, a girl decided she was going to go beat to the gods and walk up in there with her 30 inches, 8 bundles, baby, around on her butt, face beat and everything, and walk up in there and say, hey, I'm here for my COVID testing. Oh, no, boo-boo. Don't work like that. When I say cancer have no face, cancer have no face, baby. So I walk up in there and I was like, hey, you know, I'm here for my COVID testing. And lady who greeted me, she was like, ma'am, it said, this is just for our patient. This is, if you need a testing, there's other, you know, outlets that you could go, but this is just for our patient. I'm like, Erks, hello, over here. I am a patient, okay? I have an appointment today. Yes, I am a patient. Thank you. She looked at me and she's like, really? I said, yes, ma'am. I have an appointment. I'm a patient here. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And, you know, she apologized. And I understand. I don't look like anybody that is going through cancer because I'm not trying to make myself look sick. I'm going to look pretty and feel pretty and beat this face as much as I could and walk out like ain't nothing is wrong with her, and that's what I'm finna do, and that's what I told myself I'm going to do. So that's what I did. And she apologized and From there, the experience just got better. Like, it literally got better. I was overall, like, hands down, really, really severely happy. So I went in there and they asked me all the questions about the COVID, like, have you been outside the country, whoop to whoop, da 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 da. I did all that. And then I proceed, and they literally walked me through the whole step, the whole process, because Anderson Hospital is a huge hospital. I mean, there's people from all walks of life in the hospital. Because when I tell you they're one of the best in the nation, they're one of the best for cancer in the nation. So when I tell you people from all walks of life are up in there, And I kind of felt bad. I walk up in there looking the way I did, because there were people in there just looking at me like, where is she going? Like, but then again, I think I made some people day, because they were looking at me like, oh, she's so pretty, oh, she's so cute. I'm just joking. But I kind of felt bad. I walked up in the way I did with my damn hair down to my back, and half these people don't have any hair in their head, so I kind of felt bad. But I was like, this is new to me. I don't know what to expect. This is a learning process for me. I didn't expect, to be going through any of this. So there's not a handbook and a guideline to exactly how to do, treat the process. So I just went how I know, and that was me, and I just walk up in there like me, and I was just me. So I kind of felt a little bad. And then I went through the process. So I was going to record this whole process for you guys. And then a girl changed her mind. Okay. I did. I changed my mind. I was like, I'm not doing that. It didn't feel right. And if something don't feel right to me, I'm not going to do it. So it didn't felt right. It didn't sit right with me. So I'm like, nah, let me just put the camera down and just go about figuring out how my next day was going to be there, like learning the process, learning where to go, where to park and all that stuff. So I did that on Tuesday. Then my next appointment was on Thursday. That's where everything starts hitting me. I went back in Thursday. I went to registration, where the registers make sure you have your insurance so you to pay these damn doctors their coins, okay? And if you don't have that, I don't know if they're going to see you, boo-boo, because that's the first thing they want to see if you got the coins. So I went in there and registered, gave them all my insurance information. And after that, I went to another department. They did all my vitals and my weighings and all that stuff, and tell me how much I only weigh 160 pounds. A girl only weigh 160 pounds. And after that, they took me to another department where and these people are all super nice, you guys. These are super, super nice people. They are like really nice. Then they took me to another department where, I had to get on a trolley. It's like a golf cart. And it took me all across downtown Houston, up downtown, come back down, went through the alley, came back around the alley, went past this highway, came back up in the building, in that building. They took me all around downtown Houston to a whole nother building from that one building. That's how huge that place is. It's like so huge. So I went to another department where I did all my blood works. Like they pull blood after blood after blood they drawn from me. I was so weak and exhausted at that point. I was done. Because then it's not only that, it's the whole process of you got to remember, in this hospital, every single person you come across in there is suffering from cancer, have cancer, are overcoming cancer, are beating it, fighting it, kicking it in the butt. Every single body, because you are not allowed to bring your family members in there. The only people that were allowed to bring a family member in there are people that are literally cannot walk, are in wheelchair, so you need somebody to push you and get you around. But for the most part, these are people who are in there by themselves, going through it alone because of this COVID and this pandemic stuff. So you're basically in there by yourself, and the emotion of what you're going through alone is draining, because that's when it start hitting me like I'm going through this and I'm along with all these other people in here. But the next day, okay, your girl didn't go beat. She rolled her damn 30 inches up and pinned it up and put a cap on, and I walk up in there like I was a normal sick cancer person, okay? I didn't go in there beat. I didn't. And honestly, I didn't feel like it. That day, I wasn't feeling my best. My thyroid levels was falling, so I felt weak and tired and not the best. So I wasn't up for that. And I definitely wasn't up for recording. I tried. I took my camera with me and I tried, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working, okay? And they pulled out my blood, and I was just sitting there looking at all these people. They didn't have, some people are start losing their hair. They're getting small. It's just, they can't walk. It's just sad after sad. I'm like, cancer is a motherfucker. Like, I just can't understand. Like, I don't know. It was rough for me. I tried to talk to as much people I could talk to on the phone to try to keep me my spirit lifted. I read you guys' comment, and that's what keeps me going. I believed in all the comments because I believe that I'm going to be well. I believe in my faith, and I believe in God that He's going to bring me through this, and that's what keeps me going. So when I did all that, I got up and I went to another department, that fourth department. Yeah. It's where they did the ultrasound, and they going to ultrasound and check all my nodules. And because remember, the first surgery, they found out that the cancer spread it to the left, and in my nodules and my dissection in the middle. So when I got to MD Anderson Hospital, this is the thing. When I sat down with the doctor, okay, let me keep going before I jump my step. When I went and did the ultrasound, she made sure she got everything she got done up in here. And after I did that ultrasound, they sent me back over to the main hospital where I met my first doctor. And then my first doctor, she sat down with me and she said, this is what we're understanding. Your case is so unresolved right now. We don't know where to move, but we got to do our own research. Like, we got to figure out what is going on, because it's a little bit all over the place. Because I remembered prior to COVID, I have did a ultrasound when I had first starting to go through this process of doing the biopsy, because that's when they detected it. So I did an ultrasound. That ultrasound measured 1.5, a little bit on the 1.5, 1.7, size. 6 months after, I did another ultrasound at a whole another different location, a whole different doctor, and that ultrasound measured 1.7. So the doctor was like, why did the pathology report came back after they did your first surgery? Why did it came back saying it's not 1.7, it's 4.7, which makes the tumor so huge that it is spreadable. Like, it's starting to spread at that, and I think they said anywhere past 3, it starts to spread. Anywhere beyond 3, it starts to spread. So there was like, the doctor said to me, she said, don't get alarmed. We're gonna do our research, and we're gonna make sure that that was not a typographical error, because it could be that they made a mistake and typed 4 instead of 1. So we're going to make sure that is not what is happening here before we tell you anything. We don't want to scare you. We don't want to, I said, scared me. A girl been already scared of her wits. She been scared way past scared. She's scared, okay? So I spoke to her, and she said, she's going to make sure all this is getting taken care of before they're going to check all my blood work. They're going to check my ultrasound that I just did. They're going to make sure, check all that to make sure it was okay. And they're going to do they're literally doing their own research. So I saw her. Then I saw another doctor who came in and talked to me about my radiation. And she was like, explain the radiation process to me and how it's going to work, and when am I going to get the radiation, and all that fun stuff. And that was the end of my day. I came home exhausted. I came home and I cried because I didn't expect to see so many people in there that was so sick and going through, if not even worse than what I'm going through. Like, I going through worse than what I'm going through. So I came home, I slept, I prayed, and I woke up the next day. This was a day where I wrote, I'm going to learn my fate, because it was that day I was going to learn my fate. The doctor that was going to come in and tell me their findings, what they think it is, and how it's going to affect me, how they're going to treat it, and what is my next step. So I got up that morning, I said a long prayer, and I took my 35 minutes drive down there praying. You would think God was sitting right next to me in that chair. That's how hard I was praying, and that's why I thought I was praying literally like he was right next to me. Like I'm asking him, like I'm talking to a friend, like asking him that I need him to pull me out of this. Like I need him to pull me out of this. This is my road, but I know it's not my destination, and I need him to pull me out of it and show me that it's not my destination. So I got there. I was sitting in a room, and I was sitting in that hospital room. The nurse came in, and she went over all my symptoms and all my procedures and all these stuff. She went over with me. And then the assistant doctor came in. So this is my third doctor that I'm seeing now. But in the past 3 days, this is the third doctor I'm seeing. She came in and she started explaining to me about the surgery. So she's telling me, so this is the surgery doctor that I'm seeing now that's going to operate on me. But this is the assistant to the actual doctor that's going to perform the operation. So she came in there and she was like, let me go over what your situations, what I understand about your situation. And she said, you remove your right thyroid. The result came back from your right thyroid saying it's actually bigger, that is spread it to your left, and now we're here. I said, yes ma'am, we're here. She said, okay, well the doctor gonna come in and she gonna explain her findings, which is a surgeon doctor. So 2 minutes later, the actual doctor came in. She introduced herself and she's like, okay, Miss Peace. And she sat down, she got a pen and she started drawing on the paper the procedure of the surgery and what it's going to look like and what it entails. So she's saying to me, she said, first of all, before we do the surgery, I want to go in. So I'm going to do a special type of ultrasound where they're going to go in my throat with a machine through my mouth, and they're going to do an ultrasound on my vocal cords. Because in the morning I wake up, I'm hoarse. Like I'm still hoarse right now. Like you could hear I'm hoarse. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can. And she's like, she's going to go in and make sure that my vocal cords is not damaged from the first operation. Because if that is damaged, if she goes in and operate on the left side, and that vocal cord get damaged, it's gonna close up my airway, and I'm gonna need a trach for the rest of my life. Child. Ooh. She said that. My crying ass start crying. She said, I just have to tell you, and then she went on to saying that on your thyroid, there are 4 nodules. And these nodules are responsible for transmitting blood that carries calcium through your body. Do you know that? A girl is learning, okay? So these 4 nodules that sits on your thyroid is like a butterfly shape, okay? It shapes like this. So on each corner, there are 4 nodules. Some doctor, they don't care. They will just cut your thyroid, take it out, and if the nodule go with it, goes with it. And they tell you got to take calcium 3 times a day for the rest of your entire life. And what I appreciate so much of her, when she sat down and explained to me, she said, I will try my best not to remove or damage your last 2 nodules that you have, because I don't want you to be on calcium for it's gonna be too much, and it will come to other problems and other complications. So she said she don't want that for me. And I, in that moment, I was like, my God, like God sent me to this place. Like, I'm like, yes, 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 thank you. You saved them boys. You saved them. You saved them. So hell with her. But she said she's gonna save. She said I have 2 left, and she's gonna save them. That is, I'm just listening to her talking and talking, and then I start. I'm like, wait, is anybody gonna tell me why we're talking about this and the findings from my test result of yesterday? Are anybody gonna like tell me what's going on? And or we're just gonna dive right into doing surgery, huh? Let's just cut her. Like, where am I? Stage 4, 3, 2. Like, what am I? What we doing here? And but before that, when she came in the room, I'm not no lie, keeping this real. Let me take another sip. When she came in that room, she said, "It's the part that makes me cry." She said, do you want to call anybody and have them on speakerphone while I talk to you? I'm like, what you gonna tell me I'm gonna die? Wait, what you mean? And then I realized that because you can't have family members there, they are opening to, they are letting you, be free to do, call anybody and have anybody. Because most of the time you have your family members there to share this news with you. Like, somebody will be in the room while they're telling you this news. So I'm like, yes, ma'am, I do. I could call my mom or my sister. And I went ahead and called my mom and my sister. Called my sister first. And her scary behind, I called her and said, hey, I said, the doctor want me to put you and my mom on speakerphone. Oh my God, no, Shalima, what happened? No. She don't think it was worse. I thought it was worse too. You never know. So when she said that, I'm like, okay. So I called her and I called my mom. I put my mom on the same line with my sister. I said, hey Ma, the doctor's here. She's gonna give me some news and she want me to get you guys to be in on it. Oh, my mom freaked. Oh, my mom went off. She didn't even hear the news. She passed out. Not literally. She didn't even hear the news, and I thought she was dead. Oh my God. Let me tell you, I didn't smile like this in a long time. You guys don't understand. It's a hard road. I'm gonna say this. One of the hardest things of having cancer is knowing that you got cancer. I was fine. I was living my best life. I was living my best life till they told me I had cancer. I didn't know. I was drinking all the damn wine I could drink. I was living a damn good life, okay? But back to it. So right before the doctor came in the room, I did a Facebook post and I said, in next 15 minutes, I will be learning my fate. And the comments, they start coming in. And right before the doctor came in, I made the post. And I was starting to read you guys' comment. I think the first one I read was my aunt. She did a comment. She was literally saying a prayer. And I was literally reading the prayer because I was so nervous. I was literally reading the prayer that she was reading, that she wrote. I was reading the prayer. And then I think there was like a couple more comments came in, like literally praying, and I literally genuinely was praying these prayer. Like I was saying them out loud. Like if you guys could have been in that room and hear me how hard I was genuinely praying out loud, it would have been crazy. And it was you guys' prayer that you guys was writing. I would read every single one of them. And I think after like the 5th comment I read, there was this air that came over me. Like, I don't know. I swear to God, I wish I could I wish I was recording it, but you guys won't feel my expression. But it was a feeling that came over me. Like, oh, life is such a beautiful thing. Anyway, I had that feeling. And then the doctor came in, and then she started doing her talking about the surgery and the trait and all the stuff she's gonna do to me. And then I'm like, so what happened with the result? Like, so where are we with the result that I did yesterday, with the test I did yesterday, the ultrasound I did yesterday? Where are we with all that? And am I going to know if I'm a stage 4? Am I going to know if this thing already had spread it so far? Like, where are we? And what are we doing? I literally said it like that. Like, where are we and what are we doing? Like, when am I going to get some answers? Because we know this is all over the place. Okay, so you guys going to operate. While we're operating, what is going on? Like, how far is spread? Are this cancer spreading? And she was like, oh my God. She said, she did it. She said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That should have been the first thing we said to you when we came in this room. And my mom that was on the phone at this time, I was like, what? She said, that should have been the first thing we said to you. I'm sorry. I was like, okay, you're making me nervous now. She said, Miss Peace, you are healthy. I'm like, what? She said, I said, so you're saying the cancer hadn't spread to my left nodules, my left thyroid? She said, no. When I tell you who don't believe in the power of prayer, that something is wrong with them. If you all don't believe in the power of prayer, something is wrong. When I tell you she said that, my knees buckled and I dropped to the floor. And I wish I was recording that moment. My knees buckled and fell to the floor. And I said, so the cancer is not in my left? If not, it's not in my, like, it's not nowhere up in this beautiful brown skin up in here? She said, no. But she said, you are cancer free. I said, what? She said, you're cancer free. I said, oh my God. The reason why they're doing the surgery, so the reason why they're doing the second surgery is because the right was so infested with the cancer. So when they removed the right thyroid, remember the thyroid is a butterfly shape now. So this is the right side. The right was infested with the cancer. This had all the cancer. But because the right was, it attached together, when they removed the right, the result, the finding came back that there was cancer particles remain at the base of the left. She said, all your nodules are healthy. The first result said cancer had already spread to my nodules because of this 4.7. No, they go that based on how big the tumor is. If it's 4.7, because the thing they would say is anything outside of 3, it's spreaded beyond whatever that size was. So that's where they get that from. If I tell you God is a God, man, I'd say there is a God. There is a God. Diagnosed me with a cancer that is spreadable. That's what they had diagnosed me with the cancer that spreads, that could spread to your bone and to your brain. That's why I was so freaking out, because after my first surgery, that's what they diagnosed me with the cancer that spreads. So I was rare. I had one of the rare thyroid cancer, because 90% of thyroid cancer are curable. If you fall in that 5% bracket where you got to do surgery after surgery after surgery to get to that curable, then there's one where if they didn't get it in time, it starts spreading so fast because you already had it so long. That's where they were placing me at. So we're going to move the left thyroid to be on the safe side. We are removing the left thyroid so the cancer does not come back. That's why we're removing the left. And they're going to do the radiation to get rid of all the other little particles that trying to think they're going to get away. They're going to take the radiation to kill all that. So that's why we're doing that. So your girl finna do surgery first week in February, my surgery date. And after that, the girl gonna be healthy. So I know you guys gonna be like, why are you drinking wine? Okay. You guys know, if anybody knows me, you know I'm a wine drinker, okay? I love my wine. Love my fireplace, love my wine, love me some chill bag. This is me right here. And so when she said I was cancer free, so oh my God, so I could drink me a glass of wine? Oh, man, I tell you, I ain't drink wine in 3 months, right? And I was waiting for that day when I could ask the doctor, when can I drink a glass of wine? And that was the day. I said, so I could drink me a glass of wine? She said, why weren't you drinking a glass of wine? I said, well, I thought the wine was going to make the cancer spread, so I stopped drinking wine. She said, that ain't got nothing to do with your cancer spreading. I said, what? So you're trying to tell more? I was depriving myself of drinking some wine all this time. I was stressing myself out all this time, thinking the cancer going to spread. And I could have been drinking some wine. I had less stress. They both start laughing. They literally were laughing at me. I said, oh my God. I said, you guys don't understand how I'm going to go home. I'm going to twirl the damn wine like this. I'm going to smell it and twirl it and put my legs up. Sip me a glass of wine. Praise God. I don't got no more cats. Oh. And I'm not even scared of that surgery coming. I'm ready for that surgery to come and get over with, baby. I'm ready for that surgery to come. I'm ready for it to get here and for them to take that thing out. I'm so happy, you guys. You guys don't understand. And it's all because of you guys' prayer. All my prayer warriors out there who had ever said a prayer for me, who all had genuinely. Can you know, I mean, I could be honest. You know, and a lot of times you say to a person, he's like, oh, I'm praying for you, but you just say I'm praying for you, but then it goes over your shoulder. It's not like you're genuinely praying for the person. You just say, oh, hi, I'm praying for you. But when you have people who genuinely was like literally praying, saying a prayer for you, that was amazing. And I knew I had people who were genuinely praying for me to be okay, because they wanted me to be okay. They wanted me to be better. And your girl is cancer free. at least 99% cancer free. That 1% coming out on the 9th of February is my surgery date. I go in for surgery on the 9th. On the 5th, I do the ultrasound to make sure my vocal cord is not damaged. Thank you guys so much for praying for me. The girl is here to stay. She's not going nowhere. And you guys gonna be seeing a lot more content from me. And I am gonna be posting a video a week. I'll be drinking my wine. My favorite wine is Riesling. It's dry. I don't do sweet wine. I can't do Moscato. I'm not a Moscato girl. I do dry, red, or whites. I'm not much fan of a red wine. I'm more fan of a white wine. I'm not really a... I'll do red if I... Depend on what dinner I'm eating, I will do a red wine. But to sit and just relax on my fireplace, I'll do white wine. That's what a girl would do. So... I want to let you guys, I want to share this news with all my family and friends who would ever said a prayer for me, who would ever watch my video, who are rooting for me and riding with your girl. She's cancer free. After my surgery, then I could say I beat the odds and I am cancer free. So what the girl have in her hair, she got that 8 bundles, baby. Oh, so one of my videos that I made that I couldn't get to share with you guys because it was some technical difficulties. I originally had in 6 bundles when I shooted my first video. If you guys see my first video or you didn't see my first video, jump on over there and go take a look at that first video. You are missing out a whole lot, okay? But in that video, I had in 6 bundles. And I was like, I wonder what it would be like to do 7 bundles. So I went ahead and did 7 bundles. And I'm like, I had another bundle. I'm like, what? If I push it to 8 bundles, I wonder, will that work? And voila, a girl having 8 bundles. 8 bundles. Yeah, this is 8 bundles. And I'm in love. I'm in love with my hair. Because, 2 bundles. I can't do 3 bundles. I feel like I'm struggling if I do 3 bundles. So, on a normal day, I do 5 bundles. On a quick normal day. But on a day like today, a girl is racking 8 bundles. Yeah, so this is 8 bundles. If you guys want to see me install 8 bundles, see how I install 8 bundles, go ahead and get this video up to as many likes. Share this video. Share this video. And let everybody know that a girl is cancer free. And that you guys want to see me do an 8 bundle install. Let's get this video up to 3,000 likes, 3,000 views. Let's get this video up to 3,000 views. If I get this video up to 3,000 views, I will do an 8 bundle install. So share this video. Tell your friends about this video. And yeah, thank you guys for coming back and watching and spending your time with me. And I'm going to bring you guys another video as soon as possible. Because now that the girl is healthy, she going to be back in the salon, baby. And she going to be popping out these hairstyles like crazy. And I'm going to be vlogging my trips. I'm going to be traveling, going places. And I'm going to be like sharing that with you. And we're gonna do some fun stuff. It's gonna be a fun channel, and I hope you guys join me in clicking that subscribe button and come and see your girl. Okay. Bye.